Waking up with SK this morning feels like I'm already tired.
Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie. For those who don't know me, reviewing Love is Blind season, what season is it? 3, episode 6. Before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. Now before I get into it, listen, if you hear chickens, if you hear my dad, if you hear the dogs barking, it's all the atmosphere of being in Zimbabwe, okay? So just bear with me. The couples are back in Dallas, Texas, and you know, they're moving in, they're settling into the real world. And I don't know why they keep saying real world versus fake world. Like, you're in the real world. Just because you're in an experiment does not mean like the outside factors are not gonna play a part. And so when they're like, oh, in the real world, I would have picked this person, they're gonna be there. They're gonna be there. So are you gonna leave this person for who? Anyways, Zeneb's little passive aggression, it's already started.
Is this dirty? Mm-hmm. Do you know where you can put it? Like a laundry basket.
Really?
This is so great.
What did you think that was gonna do?
Number 1, she didn't even give this man a chance to fail. Number 2, he's not your child. He is not your child. You don't need to micromanage this man. If he's gonna do things that just annoy you, there's a way to have a conversation without being like, you know, one way you could, but like, girl, be an adult. Say something clearly and concisely instead of doing this backbiting way of addressing your issues with him. And then why did she call this man trainable? And Cole with his stupid self is like, yeah, I'm that. Are you okay. Cole has ended up reaching out to his family, who reported back to him that they are not pleased with what he's doing and they will not be attending.
They just, I don't know how to like articulate it, but they just do not understand what I'm doing. They're just not for it.
Just breaks my heart a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, even if they meet her, I think it wouldn't change their mind. I'm joking. It was a joke. You know, jokes aside, it is really sad when you don't have your family support, even if it's something that could end up in the way that they already anticipated ending. You would just like to know that you have your loved ones in your corner, right? So, especially dealing with somebody like Zeneb, I'm so sorry, like with her being, what's the word, like overbearing. You would like to have your own people be like, oh, I rock with you, I got you, don't worry about it. We might not agree with your decision, but we love you. SK is trying to teach Raven some Yoruba or Yoruba. Listen, let me not even mock her because I'm sure I'm not even saying it correctly. But like Raven, she's all about it. She's very receptive. She's ready to be a Nigerian wife.
You ready to go grocery shopping with me at the Nigerian grocery store?
Oh, yeah. I really am so excited.
Yoruba. There you go. Look at you.
It's like Aruba, but Yoruba.
How far? Like the English word,
How far?
Yeah, how far? Like how far?
How far?
Yeah, because regardless of what tribe they are, they will know what you're saying.
I'm not gonna act like I would say the words any better. I'm not gonna act like that. However, why is he whitewashing the words? Why is he at least give the proper pronunciation, and then if she fumbles, it's like, okay. But don't give her like the whitewashed version and then she's gonna water it down even more. And I'm just like, ooh, this is so painful. Trust me, I understand. Having to tell people my name my entire life has been absolutely painful, but I will continue to do so the way that it's supposed to be said. Yeah, no, I like that she's very receptive. It's cute. Don't know how long it's going to last because it's gonna be a culture shock for sure. But she's open. And honestly, am I going to take back my criticism on Raven? I think I am, guys. I think I am. Matt and Colleen say that they have talked through their issues. They understand where each other is coming from. And now they're back to their lovey-dovey self and also selves. Yeah. And are also on track to planning their wedding.
Definitely gonna be stressful planning a wedding in 3 weeks and going back to real world.
That's gonna be fun, huh?
Mm-hmm. I know. I'm so excited.
I like where we are and I like how we got here. Oh.
They remind me, if you guys watch The Ultimatum, that couple, y'all know the couple that I'm talking about, where they had every reason not to be together, not to even date. And they ended the ultimatum being married and came back in the reunion being pregnant. I wish everybody the best in life. I truly do. I'm just concerned that they are throwing caution to the wind, this Matt and Colleen, and they're going to find themselves in a sticky situation that they could have avoided. Bartise learns that Nancy and her ex are a little more intertwined than he initially thought.
So this is the one with your ex then?
Yes.
Okay.
This is the property that we have together.
Do you say you have another property with him still?
Yes.
So if he stopped wanting to make payments and just like say I'm done with this, it would be your responsibility?
Yeah. Yeah. We make $200,000. We make $300,000.
We make $200,000.
Yeah.
Holy shit, yeah. I'd love to be a part of that and kind of grow our financial success together.
Listen, that man heard we make $300K and he was like, oh yeah, X, psh, light work. Who cares? Not a problem. Bartise, I'm not feeling him. And it's not even the whole like money thing. She clearly makes significantly more than him. But I just think that there's so much that they don't align on. They don't align on family planning. They don't align on career and all that stuff. They don't align on physical desires and stuff like that. Even their emotional expression, emotional availability. I just, no. And Nancy's family too, they are peeping Bartise's game and they are not falling for it. But we're going to talk about that in a minute. But yeah, this money conversation was the start of a downhill for me. The women this season are clearly very breaded up, all right? And Alexa, she don't play about her funds.
I never want to have to like worry about money.
That's a big fear of mine.
Yeah. We're going to be having kids and all of that, obviously. Like I want to be a stay-at-home mom, like eventually, so.
Okay. You clearly have more money than I do. That seems obvious at this point.
I don't know.
Just put whatever you want in that contract. It's fine. I'll sign it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does your contract say?
You have to love me.
Brennan, stand up. Stand up. Like what? Sir, what do you mean she can write whatever she wants to write on that prenup and you're just going to sign it? I love the commitment. I love the loyalty that he has to this woman, but I'm going to need you to have some sense because Brennan, you were going to leave here with nothing. And of course, if you came with nothing, you should probably leave with nothing. Listen, I believe in prenups too. But she could put anything in there, anything in there. You know, she could claim some of your assets, maybe, potentially, who knows, whatever state you live in, maybe that's a thing. Stop it. SK's family comes over and, you know, Raven is trying her best to adapt to the culture change. And she might have to adapt more than she's comfortable with because her family, not keen on this whole situation.
Grab a round piece like this and you grab some spinach.
You don't chew your food?
Not this one. You can chew it. You can
swallow it.
Swallow it.
How it is?
Good.
So how do your parents feel about it?
My parents? They are skeptical a little. You know,
Everybody is.
it's a weird way to meet your fiance, right? It is a weird way.
I'm glad that the family is not only excited, but very accepting of her. Since her family isn't, she's going to need that kind of support. So at least if your husband's family is like, oh no, come in, you're one of ours, that's amazing. Problem is, the mom had said it's very important that both families get along. So maybe if that's an issue for his family, they might be like, we want you to be with somebody whose family we can also get along with. I don't know, not quite sure. But she's really trying. She's really trying. She's eating the food. She's okay with the traditions. She's worried about being accepted by them. And clearly it's not a big worry. Hey, Raven seems all in. Nancy has concerns that her family is going to rough up Bartise. She wasn't far off.
I can feel that I will be happy for a long time, hopefully forever, with Nancy, with your sister.
Everything you explained, the way she made you feel, it's a little bland to me. It's not nothing special to me. If you were to gain 400 pounds, would you still love her?
So I'm not gonna sit here and tell you physical attraction doesn't mean anything. Hope that my future wife takes care of her body, and if she gained 400
you mean my
pounds,
sister?
there's nothing I can tell you guys that's gonna make you understand what we went through in the pods because it's such a once-in-a-lifetime.
I'm here for the brothers' approach, absolutely. Especially the slimmer one. I forget who is who. I think it's Steven and Jose. I forget who's who. But yes, absolutely. Grill this man until he is charred. I don't buy this facade. at all. I'm glad the brothers are like, oh, well, what about this? And what about that? And what about that? Because you talk a good game, but don't mess with my sister. You're not going to come in here, take her for a ride, eat off of her, and then leave her destitute and alone. Absolutely not. When they met the mother, it was a nicer approach, but pretty much the same sentiments.
After 9 days, I proposed, and she said yes right away.
I was like,
So you'll be able to afford her and take care of her financially, and do you have a lot of debts, a lot of credit card bill? I support you on what you decide to do, but marriage is not a joke. I could tell from your eyes if you're lying when you're talking and you're trying to be somebody else that you're not.
Okay.
I'm enjoying seeing a more realistic family because last season, you know whose family really pissed me off? Danielle. Danielle's mother would just say yes to anything and everything. And now look at that couple. Shambles. So yeah, I'm here for the mom. I'm here for the brothers. Grill him. Grill him. Zenob's family was very fond of Cole, honestly. And I can't blame them. He did really well.
Y'all have been prayed for constantly.
Thank you. I would have never gotten on a knee if we didn't have a shared faith. So, yeah. Okay. My parents aren't excited about how we met. They're just a little upset, so.
Well, I can imagine that she's feeling like, what have I done? Why don't they like me? Even though she was appreciative of the family that she had around her, she always had that hole that was always missing.
Wow. Okay,
Yeah.
that actually makes a lot more sense now because she told me that was one of the most important things to her in the pods. She loved that I loved my family so much because she wants to be a part of it.
If there's one thing I've learned about Cole, when he is on the clock, when he is, all there and ready to give you the performance of his life, he is going to perform. He's going to give you the perfect answers, the cookie cutter, I'm the best man for your girl type. It's amazing. It's the candid Cole that I'm scared of because he has these great textbook answers, but when you catch him off guard, he says things that are just so alarming. And I don't know why Zenab is like, oh, it's just because he's transparent. Oh, he's just so honest. Babe, I need you to open your eyes. If on the clock, he's really good at giving you textbook answers, but more candidly, which is the him that you experience more often, he has these problematic thoughts or he says things to you that aren't really reassuring and you have all these insecurities about your relationship, that is your sign to leave. Finances come up for Raven and SK, and even though he won't have student debt coming out of school, which kudos to you, full ride, love it. She still expects a certain lifestyle that he obviously can't provide.
I like the convenience, living next to the mall.
Plaza's close to work for you.
It's very close to my job.
Okay.
For my life, I definitely don't want my quality of living to suffer. I'm not asking for anything crazy, but I definitely was looking forward to at least having a better lifestyle than I have now upon getting married. Even if you're not living in Dallas, we should both be paying the rent of where I'm living. I think that is fair.
Now, honey, babe, Raven, so he's in school. He also has his own place, and you want him to be paying half the bills for your home that he will not be staying in. Make it make sense, Raven. Make it make sense. And didn't I tell you about the money? I told y'all from the second episode, there's something about this woman where I feel like her intrigue with SK might be financially influenced. I felt it then. I still feel it now. I could be off base, but I feel like this conversation was intentional. They put it in here to give us something without really giving us something. We're back to Bartise and Nancy. I don't really like how they jump around. Maybe I should just structure these a little different so I don't have to jump around from couple to couple. But anyways, the conversation of children comes up. And of course, he is willing to wait 2 to 4 years as a minimum. Whereas for Nancy, that's just not her reality.
My mom had me at 36, and it was fine. And I didn't even know that was a thing until now you just told me. I just want to love that kid no matter what. 3 legs, whatever it comes out is like gonna be our kid.
Yeah.
I'm mentally tough enough to handle whatever challenge that may present. And I just could never pull the plug like that.
Yeah.
That's fucking rough. I could not do that. I'm sorry.
I have to commend her on how she steered this conversation. It was very, very tactical because at first it was like, well, what about us? And then it was like, how about this general conversation that typically is polarizing for some people? I'd like to know where my own partner stands. Now, listen, personally, I'm more like Nancy. I'm very scared of a geriatric pregnancy. I just don't want to add to any potential complications, especially being a Black woman. And then on top of that, like, I hear her fear on wanting to potentially abort a child with ailments you maybe won't be able to nurture. But listen, I'm a person who believes that, like, listen, even though that's not my truth, like, I wouldn't do that. Your body's your body. What you want to do with it, that is up to you. But then I also, this is like a little personal story. Like, I know somebody very close to me who was told that all 3 of her kids would have Down syndrome. None of them do. So, like, I don't know. I have this thing. This has now turned into a personal conversation. I have this thing where it's like, if you've been blessed, emphasis on blessed, with children, it was for a reason. I believe it was for a reason. However, there are circumstances where I believe that if you need to take matters into your own hands, do what you got to do. Ain't no judgment coming from me. That's for sure. Brennan meets Alexa's family, and damn, they are all gorgeous, first of all. But yeah, I wasn't really paying attention, but was there anything to pay attention to?
What's your favorite thing to make? And he said shakshuka.
You said that?
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, what?
Culture and heritage are really important. And that's why I asked her if I needed to take a class, because I don't know anything about Judaism.
We got to get rid of the ma'am and the sir stuff. It makes me feel
I
old.
like it. He calls me ma'am.
It's a Southern respectful thing. I think it's very sweet.
He has a car. He doesn't have a car.
Oh, I have an SUV. Yeah, I don't have a car. I have an SUV.
You have a vehicle.
Yes, sir.
I feel like for the most part, they were really receptive to him, besides the whole, like, some things were lost in translation, like the whole car situation or whatever. But yeah, I think that they like him. Seeing her family, though, makes me think, I'm more misunderstanding how she even was attracted to him in the pods, let alone outside the pods. I feel like she's gonna leave him. He just seems like he wouldn't fit all the way. I don't think he would fit all the way. Anyways, as always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Stay being patient with me. I'm doing my best, and I'll see you in the next one.